It was Mark Poulton that packaged him. Mark is fired. Tell Mark I'm mad.
Yeah, this is Primetime Poulton. Keep it entertaining. You already know. Outworking everybody and he don't ever quit. Talking about plenty comics like Graveyard Shift, Sea Dogs, Biting Wolf, U.S. Assassin. Doing just what he loves. This is his passion. Bring more value to your dollar. No, I'm not fronting. That's how just a writer became a moral compass. This is Primetime Poulton. This is Primetime Poulton. Let's go.
Behold the King of Kings. On your knees, dog. All hail. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Grinned red as he walked from the place where the traitor lost both his name and his face. Through the halls and the corridors, stinking in blood, he tasted his grin, and it tasted good. The king took his head, left him broken and dead. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king. Left none living, none able to tell. The king took their heads and he sent them to hell. Their screams echo loud in the place of their death. Ripped open they die with their final breath. They hail the King of Kings. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king. Into the dirt. His will be done. Now feel your fear. There can be only one. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down to the. Bow down. Bow down to the king. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. The king is here. Now feel your fear. The King of Kings. All hail the king. On your knees for the king. The King of Kings. There is only one.
Hey, Graveyard Shift 2 was really, really good. It's one of my favorite Comicsgate books that I've ever read. I really, really enjoyed it. I keep saying that. I didn't realize how much I like Mark Poulton's writing. But I do. He writes a pretty good action superhero yarn. I'm tempted to check out his other project, which looks Sea Dog. It looks pretty cool as well. Codename Kill Switch.
Just another boring day where nothing changes, everything was normal till you came running up my street, and you ran so fast I was taken by the flash. Then you came and brought me here, you locked me here, you locked me in your basement, and you told me you loved me, and I said I loved you too, and it happened all so fast I was taken by the flash. 'Cause Flash, I know you know that you're the fastest man I know. Whenever you're away from me, my whole world moves so slow. The only thing I have now are the memories that pass. If I'd have known this day would be all I taken by the flash. My mother and my father, they both warned me when they said you were unstable. But your jawline and your brown eyes, they were more than I could take, and it happened all so fast I was taken by the flash. 'Now we both gone missing and we're kissing till the police come to find us. Is it wrong that I like it and I don't wanna go back home? And it happened all so fast I was taken by the flash. 'Cause Flash, I know you know that you're the fastest man I know. Whenever you're away from me, my whole world moves so slow. The only thing I have now are the memories that pass. If I'd have known this day would be all now taken by the flash. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take
What's up, everyone? Happy Tuesday. It's the Moral Compass, the Fulfillment King, King of the Indies, Mark Poulton, and this is the Writhe Payne Horror Movie Club, episode 66. Today we're talking Final Summer. Joining me, one of my co-hosts, Dexter Weeks. What's up, Dex?
What's going on? Don't mind my camera, Mark. My computer whacked out, so I got to use my phone. So
No problem. At least you made it.
yeah.
Also joining us, Enrico Botta. What's up, Enrico?
Bada bang.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
And our hurricane survivor, Mark Yoon. What's up, Mark?
Hey Mark.
What is up? I forgot my sunglasses there in the other room. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. It's not mandatory. We don't have a dress code here.
Mark, Dex, and Enrico. I took freaking notes while watching that movie.
Wow.
You did.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, we'll get into it, but
Well, maybe you can explain some things to me because a lot of the movie didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made so little sense to me, especially the part I fell asleep on. So you know.
Oh,
And if you don't have the answers, I'm sure this guy right here in the chat will. The one, the only Ice Pick
Ice
Mark.
Pick.
He said special night and time. That's right, a special Tuesday night episode. I did this weekend I did Breakfast Live, and it was terrible. Thank you for asking.
Oh, really?
So you're a busy man this weekend.
They asked me to come in on a Friday to set up, so I took a half day from work. I took Sean with me, and we set up. And just like walking in there, I was like, "Oh no, this isn't going to be good." Missy tried to warn me because she said. So I went to Comic-Con for kids before with Chase, and I set up, and it was a fantastic convention. Lots of vendors, lots of YouTuber guests, which the kids loved. Chase was excited, and we had a great time, and I did great. And the people who run that also run Brickfest Live. So they said they were combining them into one convention. And I was like, no, I'll give it a shot. I'll do it. And man, as soon as I walked in, I could just tell there wasn't going to be much there. A lot of empty space. It was at the Great Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks, PA. Great venue. I love it. It's easy to get to. There's a lot of room. But there was maybe 6 people in their comic section, and we were the only vendors besides Brickfest Live. Brickfest Live had a Lego store. Other than that, there was like nothing to buy. There was just like pits of Lego pieces, and like you could look at Lego exhibits. Like you could just be some guy off the street and you want to set up your Lego exhibit. I filmed all this footage as soon as we got there because I was like, at least I'm going to make a vlog out of this. And I made this intro how like we're excited to go. So at 3:00 on Saturday. Now, granted, this is a 2-day show. 3:00 Saturday, Chase is filming me as we're leaving the convention, and we just gave up. We didn't even return for Sunday.
No way. Oh my
So
God.
I had Sean and Chase there with me, and they were like 2 devils on my shoulders. They were like, if we leave now, we can make it to see Terrifier 3 at 4:30.
Nice.
They were like, you could just have the day off. Why come back here? And I was like, if you guys want to go, you need to take down my huge banner on the down low.
Yeah,
So I'm sitting at my table, and I have my 2 little workers behind me taking down all my stuff, and we just rolled my wagon out a side exit, and we
Did they give you crap about that? Because I know some conventions they won't allow you to leave early and stuff. So.
Yeah, so there's people there, the comic creators, who didn't even know where they were set up because they couldn't find anyone to like tell them where they were set up. I just told the guy, I was like, look, there's extra tables. I don't think anyone's coming to take these. Just set up your stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I just packed up and left. And I was like, what's the worst they're going to do? Tell me I'm never allowed to come again? They don't promote this convention anyway. There's no. Yeah. They had one guest, and he was a Lego master. and I was like, I don't know
What
what
is a
this
Lego
is.
Master?
Apparently, it was a TV show
Oh, that's right.
on Fox. But yeah, it was. I feel bad because like I wanted it to be great, and I did Comic-Con for kids, and that was great.
Mm.
So you may see a vlog that looks exciting in the beginning, and then it just has me saying that we split.
All a ruse.
Yeah, it's all a ruse.
Now, did you like? I guess the big question is, did you sell anything? Were people like?
I made $20. I made $20, Dex.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gas money.
Gas. Yeah, I didn't even pay for gas.
So I will not be returning to Brickfest live anytime soon. But Joe, that did allow us to go see Terrifier 3. And tomorrow, Dex, if you can join us, we have a special Terrifier show. I know, Mark, you haven't seen it, but people are dying to know what we think of Terrifier 3.
Spoiler alert, Mark. Come on, you got to get on that, you.
I've been working on Gun Goth, man.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna spoil Terrifier 3.
Number one movie in America, Mark.
Number one movie.
From what I hear, Mark's not too keen on it the second go around. So
I heard.
I mean, I've seen it. How many times have you seen it, Dex?
Just once.
Just once. Okay.
I thought you saw it twice.
All right.
No, not yet.
I've seen it twice.
Yeah, you've seen it twice, right? Okay.
We'll discuss it tomorrow. Tomorrow, 7:00. If you can please join us, Dex. Sean has seen it. I think Enrico's seen it too. So we'll do the special Terrifier episode.
I don't mind spoilers. I might join anyway, so I don't really care.
Okay. All right. Warning though, we will be spoiling it. And then so I had Sunday off. So it was actually Missy and my 1-year anniversary. 1 year ago. Friday the 13th, she invited me over to her house to watch horror movies, and we've been dating ever since. So we celebrated by watching horror movies.
Congratulations, guys.
Is it still true that you or Missy don't know what movies you were watched?
I know what movie we watched. We watched Fear Street 1994.
Oh, nice. I love that movie. Yeah,
it's a great movie, right?
Yeah, those Fear Streets are great.
I know. She won't give it a second chance. Like she
one too. So
yeah,
cool.
That's awesome. So we did that, and then Monday I took Chase, Sean, and Missy's Chase to Six Flags Great Adventure, and we had a great time there. So it's been a busy last few days.
How were the crowds at Fright Fest? Because my daughter went, I think, on Friday. She was saying there wasn't many people there. So.
Yeah, we left around 5, right as Fright Fest was about to start. So they don't really have anyone walking around, and you can't do the houses during the day.
Oh, I see.
But man, the houses look great. There's a Trick or Treat house, a Chainsaw Massacre house, an Evil Dead house, a Conjuring house.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, so
I
wouldn't mind.
My daughter had was just
sounds like Universal Studios back in the day, man.
I know.
They got some good. Yeah, they got some good. Good. I guess titles, if you will. But
yeah,
I was just saying that there wasn't many people in the houses.
Oh, really?
It's like you could always tell where the scares are supposed to be.
Yeah.
Walk around the corner. She was like, nobody was there. I was like, what? Everybody call out that night or something? But no, but yeah, they got some good IPs, man. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
About it.
Mark says, honestly, we could have just skipped the week with this movie. Not a fan, I take it. Now he's sharing the links. He says, sign up to get on the mailing list for toys. He's talking about American Ninja X. Patrick shared mock-ups of the box art of what the figures will look like in package. I'm getting so excited for these figures. They look incredible.
Yeah, it's great.
He also says, back Writhe Payne 2 and make Chris Graves happy. We just passed $12,000. We're on our way to $13,000. So thank you, everyone, for the support on Writhe Payne. We just sent first page to our new colorist, Dan Kemp. And Sean has given us his blessing for us to use Dan Kemp. So Penguin, don't go starting any rumors in the chat that we stole his colorist. Penguin says it's also the closeout for the first 30 days of Godlike. So good luck to John Malin out there. We have a great John Malin cover in Writhe Payne 2. We got Mike McMahon in the house. He says, let's go.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Mark says Dexter is happy. Ready or Not 2 was greenlit because of us. but he will be even happier if you back his book. He's talking Beast of Blood Island. Dex, what's the latest on Beast of Blood Island?
Same old, Mark. We're getting ready for the show.
The new perks. Okay. And
Oh, yeah,
did you get your book sent off, or do you need me to do that?
Oh yeah, we took care. I took care of all
You took care of it. Okay.
I know you're a busy man, so
All right.
it's all
That's
good.
good
Yeah,
to hear.
all set and ready to go.
Real smooth process. No.
Oh man, it was. Let me see. How did it start off? It was. Well, first off, the pages were too close to the edge, like the text boxes.
Okay.
It was full bleed.
Yeah.
So then they were like, "Oh yeah, well we'll just do a border around it." Steve was like, "All right, no problem." They said that they would do the border. I told Steve, like, "There's no way that they're going to do the border." You know.
Yeah.
I was like, "I know I'm going to have to go back and do it." Now it's 82 pages, which sucks. So sure enough, they were like, "Oh, we're not going to do it. You have to do it." So I had to reset all the pages.
Yeah.
But other than that, it went off pretty good, I guess. Just tedious work, you know. Tedious work. So.
Would you do that all? You did that all in what, Photoshop or InDesign or something?
Well, I use Photoshop. Yeah.
Okay.
So
page by page individually.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. 82 pages, baby. So
that's one good thing about. I don't use the program yet, but I'm starting to. That Clip Studio, the EX version.
Yeah. That's what I use.
Comic document.
That's what I use to draw because they have really good comic tools.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm like making the switch over to it, man.
You should. If you get the lifetime license, it's not that expensive either. And then they just had a huge update, and you got a bunch of free like Clippy points and stuff to download a bunch of 3D models and whatnot. It's great.
That sounds cool. Yeah, I don't do that. I just get the previous version was like 2, and it was only like $100 or something.
Yeah. If you get it on sale, it's normally like 2 something. But if you catch it on sale once a year in the spring, it goes down half price to 100. So that's when I grab mine too. But
artists out there,
I can't go back to Adobe anymore, to be honest. Like it's a game changer.
Yeah, I'm ready to bounce. So.
I'm glad to hear that because I'm like just starting to make the transition.
Yeah. Oh, everything from like page layouts and like angles and AI for where lighting and shadows go to there's like it's every artist's dream that's do that thing. I love it.
Yeah.
Mark says Mike McMahon is gracing us with his presence in the chat. So back his book. He's talking about U.S. Assassin 4, and I just got in the E.J. Morg's sketchbook. Looks incredible.
Can you full screen that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Nice.
So I told the story before. EJ just did some. He loved the characters USSR Assassin in Siberia. He started sketching them with hopes that maybe I would use one of them for a trading card. And he did so many sketches. I said, let's do a little sketchbook ash can. And he was so thrilled with that. Then he decided, hey, what if I wrote and drew a story for it? So our 8-page little ash can turned into a 20-page full-size comic. And EJ prepped all the files for me. The layout of the book looks incredible. He is an incredible artist, guys.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Yes. Yeah, it's great.
And this story is a lot of fun. Out of, he says out of continuity, but we could probably make it work. Here's a Wolverweasel right there, CP Assassin's sidekick. Every assassin needs an animal sidekick. That's just part of the rules of this this comic book. But incredible artwork. This doesn't do it justice, but if you're familiar with EJ's work, you know what a beast with the pencils he is. So go back it. We started getting stretch goals in. So once all the stretch goals in, books like EJ's sketchbook and the manga size US Assassin, if that's the only thing you backed in the campaign, they're going to go out early. So we should be hopefully fulfilling soon.
Very cool.
We got Agent Cub in the house. He says, who is this Mark Poulton? I'm the fulfillment king, Jacob. Come on, man. I wrote a book that you're supposed to be drawing.
Get to work.
We got Nicholas Gear in the house. He says, howdy, folks.
Oh, hello.
That reminds me, I'm going to have to make up some Relentless Tin Soldier trading cards, too, for the campaign, because we had a co-promotion. If you backed Relentless Tin Soldier and US Assassin, you got 2 extra cards. So couple extra cards coming people's ways too. Agent Cub says you're wearing glasses, so that's close enough.
I
He's
think it's
talking
me.
about Yoon, yeah. Mark says, what did you take notes on? There was no actual content in the movie.
I can't wait to get into this because I got angry within the first like 3 minutes of this thing. Like I was yelling at characters. Like I was mad.
So I'm gonna take a lead from Yoon here. I think we should all have notes.
Yeah.
Well, I watched it early because I had to draw and then mow the lawn, and then I had to go to the store, and there was a bunch of stuff I needed to do. So I was like, these need to be fresh in my mind. So I literally wrote down like, there's some funny stuff in here too. I must have been angry, so it's gonna be nice to get to that.
All right.
Penguin says, interesting how TMC went to a con the same weekend John Malin went camping with Faye. It's not the first time someone's accused me of being Faye, John Malin's fake wife. So, but I've met the real Faye, so it's not me. I'm sorry to disappoint the conspiracy nuts out there. Missy Dran in the house. I hate to say I told you so. She wasn't a fan of Final Summer either. We got the Don in the house. What's up, Don? Thanks for joining us.
Don.
Mark says Missy did her best to warn me about this movie. Don says, did Terrifier 3 terrify you at least 3 times?
It's not scary. I mean, I'll tell you right off the bat. Like, that's the thing with Terrifier.
Once you witness 2, I feel like nothing will. We were shocked when we saw 2, Dex, and now
good. Yeah.
2's a masterpiece in my opinion, and I don't throw that like around lightly for horror movies. It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, we'll get into it tomorrow, Don.
It's not so much scary as it makes you wince or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mark says, good to see Dan Kemp having an opportunity to finally color some interiors. Ouch. Sheldon Martin in the house, resetting all the pages. It's ironic that titties are tedious work.
It was mostly the text boxes that needed to be fixed. So.
The Don says, highly recommend Clip Studio.
Yeah, I might make the switch too. So
Don says EJ is the shizzle.
Thanks.
We got SF Gaming in the house. He says, this looks so good. The Don Mexico Assassin has the Taco Bell dog for a sidekick. Very impressive. Penguin, I assume Yoon was angry in the first 3 minutes because the campfire was clearly some bad CGI for some reason instead of an actual fire.
Yeah, right.
Budget. All budget.
Oh, Misty Dran's not talking about Final Summer. She's talking about Brickfest. Yeah, she told me Brickfest was going to be terrible. And she was right. No, but she took her son to it before and said it was terrible.
See, when you said you were going there, I thought you were going to another Diddy party.
Oh. Yeah, no, don't start those rumors. So I think before we get into the movie, if you guys don't have anything to show from your projects, I got a double page spread in from Dan Dahl today for next year's big release, the Universals. And I want to share it. Dan's killing it. Dan's doing a couple. I went through. So the Universals is all, well, the coloring's not done, but all the pages are done. The script's done. And I felt like it needed something extra. So I hired Dan Dahl to do a 6-page, almost like prequel to set the book up. And he's killing it on the pages, designing headquarters. And it looks incredible. I'm going to show off this double page spread he sent me today. Man, Dan's just killing it. Here we go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So this is two of our main characters in the story. In bed, we have Aguila. He's sort of like our Captain America character, our main hero, and he has a vision. Another one of the heroes, Nucleo, comes to him in his dream. So it sets up what's to come with the story. He's sending him a warning. So great work by Dan. He has a nice 90s style that I really like. At one point, Dan was going to be an artist on Graveyard Shift, but it didn't work out. So glad that I finally got a chance to work with him because he's awesome.
Yeah. That's cool.
Cool.
Dig it.
So the plan with Universals is to have it fully finished when it launches. So hopefully sometime early 2025. Dan just has 2 more pages left to draw. I already sent pages to Anthony George to color. Dex, you will be lettering the book if you accept.
I don't see why not.
All right. So yeah. So yeah, be on the lookout for pages soon for the Universals. And we got covers by Rob Liefeld, John Malin, and my former partner on Savage Hawkman, Joe Bennett.
Wow.
So Penguin's saying fire, and he wants to know, did you pre-order Last Blood? I did. Not only did I pre-order a copy for myself, but I pre-ordered copies for Sean Aaron and Joe Sontag because they couldn't figure out how Whatnot works. so I bought them copies too. That's Rob Liefeld's Whatnot exclusive book, Last Blood. So, man, his cover sold out like instantly though, so I had to get the E.M. Geist Blood Wolf cover, but that's all right. Blood Wolf's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
Sheldon says, wow, amazing double page spread. With that scene, hopefully there's nothing else getting spread.
Maybe.
Well, it is written by Mark Poulton. So.
The Don says, dude in bed dreaming about a dude, universally gay. I don't find that funny, Don. It's sending him a message. So come on, man. Let's not besmirch my book there. All right, we're half hour in. It's time to talk. As much as I wanted to delay it, let's talk about Final Summer. I don't think it's as bad as Penguin or Yoon will lead you to believe. It's a little confusing. It might as well be Friday the 13th, like a fan made movie. It's the same almost premise.
Yeah, one of the things I wrote down was like Jason Voorhees, more like Jason Mraz.
So it takes place in
Voorhees.
So the movie takes place at a summer camp, and early on, there's it starts with a story, camp counselors telling stories around a campfire, and then they go into the woods, I think, for firewood. And the story is about a killer who, haunts these woods. Well, the killer shows up and starts killing people, but I don't know if that even comes into play with this movie. Is it the same killer?
I don't know.
Nah.
Who was that killer in the beginning?
I don't know. Yeah. So then it fast forwards 5 years to 1991, and these camp counselors lost a kid on a hike, I guess, and the kid turns up dead. And the father
how did he die? Maybe I missed.
First
that.
of all,
know.
he hit him over the head, and the dude was crawling away. I'm like, what? He didn't hit you in the legs, dingus. Like, he hit you in the head. Like, why are you crawling?
Crawling for a while too.
Yeah, it was like 50. There were so many scenes of that. Like, there's this one girl that I nicknamed "quote unquote" Big Back Torta, and I think it's Georgia.
Yeah, I know
she is literally walking away from this guy for half the movie, and he's just like casually strolling about while this girl, who this is probably the most exercise she's ever had in her entire life, is like getting away from him. I'm sorry.
They're just kind of looking and screaming, but not moving or doing anything.
Yeah.
Penguin says a lot of thick counselors, boys and girls at this summer camp. They're body positive.
Yeah, I was gonna say
body positive.
I was expecting Ben Stiller to show up.
They have counselors in all shapes and sizes there. Sheldon Martin says apparently people get murdered at the camp since the founding. One of the kids dies. The father of the kid is the groundskeeper who they joke that he's the killer. Like that's the rumor that he's the killer.
Think that he was, yeah.
They say it in such a way too, like at the ambulance when he's mourning his child, they're like, I can't believe he's here. It's like, the father of the dead kid. You can't believe he's here. Okay, sure.
So that night, the counselor whose fault it is, I guess, gets called into the owner's office, and the owner tells her how disappointed she is. And then she tells him that the camp's being sold, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then all the camp counselors are hanging out after hours. I don't know if they're trying to shut it down or what, or if they're just hanging out by the pool. But then one of the counselors goes missing, the one who the owner gifted a car to.
Yeah, Mike. I think it's
Mike.
Mike. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then like they start searching for Mike, and the counselors all go out into the woods, and the one girl who's responsible for the kid dying, she gets scared and she goes back and she leaves the guy that she's out in the woods with who has a crush on her, and the killer shows up. And this is where it starts getting interesting, because he starts like knocking people off.
Lexi's the main girl.
Yeah, Lexi. There you go. Around here, Mark, we just usually call him main girl or that guy.
Oh, I wrote down her name because she's one of the characters I hated.
Yeah, Yoon's got notes.
You're bringing a lot of production value to the show, Mark. We appreciate it. Sheldon says Warren Copper attacked Mike at the beginning.
The father? Because wasn't that Warren Copper, the father of the guy?
No, he's talking about the scene where he threatened the guy or whatever. He like alliterated that he was the killer. So then he stepped to him, and then the kid like fell over and was like, "Did you see that? He attacked me." I'm like, "Bro, you fell." Like, yeah. And then they were all like putting additional blame on the father based on like that instance of like, you know, him getting hit. Because none of the hits in this like movie really feel like hits. You know what I mean? It's like Power Rangers almost. No shade to Power Rangers. I love it, but it's like.
And was there like any blood? I mean, like
there was some, but it's only like front shots, like on window spatters. Yeah, stuff like
the budget was like one little, gallon bucket thing.
They could afford one Heinz ketchup bottle for the whole movie.
So, people start, I guess, gathering at like the home base, and they're talking about how they couldn't find Mike, and then in the distance they see the killer with the skull mask on, and they just like, oh, it's Mike, he's pranking us, and they walk up to him, and Mike just starts like killing him,
murking him up.
I know we talked about this before, Mark. I think when, I just think when there's a bunch of, unless you're a supernatural being, like Art the Clown or Freddy Krueger, you got a bunch of people there. You could easily overpower one man.
And might I add, Dex, that one of my notes talk about how are we supposed to fear this guy when the skinniest girl counselor was beating the shit out of him? Like she was ground pounding him, kicking him. Like this guy was almost done.
That's what I'm saying. And then
she had a nose ring. She was kind of a badass.
She had her septum.
And then they just walk away. It's like, you know what I mean? Like he's knocked out or he's on the ground, and then they just walk away from him. Like
they turn their backs. They're just like, okay, I'm going to go this way. It's like you don't have an axe, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Penguin says the dozen camp counselors could have literally just jumped him while he was axing the one victim.
I think we talked about it before, Mark. Remember, like where we get attacked, we're just going to go after him.
Don says he didn't like the name Mike, prefers Michael. Penguin says, well, also the counselors were stupid because the best scene was when she was hiding in a cabin behind a locked door, but the back door was totally open.
Oh, yeah, when he came in. That's right, yeah.
There was like that one scene too. Do you remember when they like walk into this room and he's just standing right next to them and they don't notice him? They just walk past him and he's just like looking at them. I mean, it makes a little sense when you figure out like who it is, but like we'll get to that later.
But what Penguin just said about the locked door, I think I laughed out loud at that because remember, like, how long are you going to sit there and like mess with the door handle? He was like,
I will say,
like 5 minutes.
I did like the larger counselors, especially the one guy who at one point had the keys to Mike's car, and he went.
That's Mario. He was actually my favorite character listed here. I liked Mario and Moose, which was the other black guy. They're my two favorites because they were actually funny and good characters.
Except that his only lines were "oh shit" and "oh fuck." That was it. That's all he said to the woman. "Oh shit, oh shit."
But he said it with gusto.
I'm surprised he didn't do it when he got that final axe in the back. You know, one.
Sheldon says the second guy he axed headbutted the killer, and the killer fell over from it while that guy had an axe stuck in him.
The movie would have been over right there. I think
Not
that's
the
always my
Writhe Payne crew, man. No way. You know?
That's always my problem with generalized slashers that don't have supernatural killers, like Dex said, because I generally like the supernatural elements of stuff. Because if it's like a normal situation, like if it's the four of us at like a party and some killer comes in, he's getting his ass beat. Like that's just all there is to it. Like you might get one of us, right? But
like he stabbed or something, but that guy's gonna at least get something smashed on his head, right?
Yeah.
Seriously.
So it turns out that it is Mike, and Mike is working with the owner, but I don't understand why.
Yeah, that's what
I think she's just literally mad that like she like lost control. Like her family owns the camp. Like that's the thing. So she's mad that like the legacy is gone. So she like literally wanted all the kids to die so that it would become like a national thing. That way, like maybe they can preserve like the actual like they can say the killer got caught because the killer was the reason the camp started failing years ago. So she tried to replicate the killer basically to kill the killer, to then say, okay, now it's everything's safe. We can reopen the camp. Everybody can come back and her family's legacy can live on. That was basically why she hired Michael to do that as the fall guy.
Not to jump ahead and everything, but aren't there like two killers?
The second killer was the actual original killer because they found his original hideout in that shed. That's why they were the old deputy was like our sheriff was going towards the shed. But he found his mask. That was the original killer, not Michael. Michael was just supposed to be a copycat, like just to convince the town that he's dead.
A very confusing movie.
Yeah. I had to actually like think about it to like put the plot together, which you shouldn't be doing in a horror movie. So it like I had to write a thesis basically, and I really didn't enjoy that.
Sheldon says, I like how Mario was surprised the killer was out there by the car. Oh, you're still out here?
That's what he said.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man.
I did like when I guess after Mario got stabbed or axed, he was just like walking away from the killer, just like away from me.
Well, some of them did, and when I think when Mario met his eventual end, like at the pool, it was weird because he got axed and then like he died instantly. Like there was no like I'm drowning in the pool or like my back. It was just like death scene and falls into the pool. It's like that's not really how that works. But
right.
Penguin says correct, no motive, and they didn't explain why she was actually selling the camp.
No, I had to put it together. It's headcanon.
Oh, so Penguin says, so did the after credit scene mean that the original killer is still alive? There was an after credit scene?
He's talking about because it says the end, and then that's when they go to the shed, and then they find the original mask. Yeah.
I was wondering. So the sheriff is Tom Matthews from Friday the 13th Part 5. He plays Tommy. Which
I did like a lot of the later actors.
Friday the 13th.
Like I like that one cop that's in that station. Like he was actually acting good. The dad in the hospital was acting well.
Even the whole backstory with Lexi, whatever. I don't know what the heck was going on.
Yeah.
Like,
that backstory with her brother. Like, what was that about?
Because apparently the killer like killed her brother originally. That's so she's having like traumatized PTSD flashbacks from being at the actual scene. So
Dex,
like
we'll get killer. More in Final Summer 2. Not, not really the Final Summer. Final Summer 2.
You know what's sad is the real killer is more interesting than anybody in that whole movie. Like I want to know more about the real killer. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to bite so hard off of Jason, I forget, like Friday the 13th, right? They're trying to bite so much of it by the old lady being the one that's really behind it the whole time. Yeah. And then like maybe in 2, we'll find out that the original killer is supernatural. Like he can't die. So they'll probably do the whole thing.
Write it, Mark, write it.
Yeah. So the same day or weekend, Missy and I also watched Freaky. Now that's a great horror movie starring Vince Vaughn.
I've seen that movie like 4 times.
That's an incredible movie. Yeah.
I want to see that.
It's so good. that's in that movie. She's going to be at the Monster Mania.
Monster Mania. Yeah, I thought about buying a Blissfield Butcher mask and having her
Yeah.
sign it.
I'm going to try to meet her too. She's awesome, man.
Yeah. But I assume this may be a first. Well, no, I think we've done it before. Thumbs down all around.
Yeah.
For final
I have
summer.
I have some notes I want to get to because I took the time.
Okay, please
Fire away,
do.
man.
All right. So first of all, I want to say they should fire whatever cameraman bought that like Sony camcorder from like a yard sale for $3 because the entire movie was out of focus and blurry as hell. They couldn't afford a lens, and I thought it was a 3D movie at first, and I was watching the wrong one. So I had to double check to make sure I was on the right one.
Especially in the beginning at that fire scene. Like everything was blurry.
The whole movie was out of focus. And whenever they would try to focus on something else, the whole stuff would go out of focus. It was crazy.
Yeah. Well, I could tell you right off the bat because me and a couple of my friends filmed a horror film at night. It's lighting. You know, if you don't have the right lighting, everything's going to be blurry.
They could set up some studio lights from Amazon. It's like not a huge. You don't have to be like a big, studio to.
You can tell they didn't have a budget. There was no
right.
Sheldon says, I like Yoon explaining what's happening in the movie more than actually watching the movie. Mike McMahon says, buy our books. Yes, please.
I have some choice words to say about Big Back Torta, Georgia. Come
on, you can't be cruel to her and give Mario a pass.
True.
Yeah, we can.
Well, Mario was annoying. Mario was funny. So there's that. We have she had more exercise than she's ever had in her life, which I already said. She said that drummers are sexy, but she meant drumsticks. The killer threw silverware at her, and I said, you better be careful because that's Georgia's weapon of choice.
He did throw the silverware.
Very skilled.
So I said they showed hardly anything kill wide. There was really bad shaky cam for like the chase scenes. And then I said there was a stupid killer gets beat up by a girl. I said that Mark Poulton is going to like this movie because Lexi mentioned that she likes the Lost Boys.
Oh yeah.
I did like that, and they quoted it "Death by Stereo."
Yep.
Yeah, I said I've seen better cinematography in the corn kernels in my shit. I give it a rating of 1 out of 10 for the Lost Boys praise and that it actually follows a format. And I had more fun watching the commercials on Tubi during this movie.
Sheldon says John Eisberg was the director of photography and the writer-director.
Oh, everything.
Wearing many hats in this film.
Yeah,
and you can tell like the cast was probably his best friends and stuff. Thus the back fat and all that stuff.
Oh, Penguin says the stereo in the pool made me think of our dear friend Mikey. Yeah, I said that too. I said Mikey.
Yeah, that's right. Now, honestly, I'm a pool owner, Mark. Would that really electrocute you if you threw a boom box in the pool? I mean, I don't know. Is that like a real thing, or is that just?
I would feel like it depends on the wattage because that's a lot of water for the electricity to have to carry. Like it doesn't like automatically turn into an electrified pool. Like the electricity still has to travel. So, and if it's unplugged and like they did unplug it, right? So that's what you think 12 volts of electricity.
That's what I'm saying.
Like we have more than that going on in our brain right now. So I doubt you'd get fried from that. But
we have a fish tank and I think the heater thing was it misfired or something, but it was like electrocute. You see the sparks in the water.
It was plugged in with a really thick electrical cord.
Oh, that must be it. Yeah.
Still, I mean, is it enough to? I don't know. But getting back to the fish, so the thing was electrifying in the water. I thought the fish was dead. The fish survived. Just unplugged it, pulled it out, and the fish made it. So I mean, like, how you go? I don't know.
Half of the mortal wounds in this movie they could have made it because a lot of them is just like you get hit with a baseball bat, you get hit with the blunt end of the axe, like you're getting chopped somewhere that's pretty much survivable. Like we know the kid was Mike, we like know who he is. Like he's not like this towering specimen of creation. Like
what about the scene where they already revealed it was Mike, and then he still puts the mask back on?
Yeah.
How does he do that?
And he's in his gym shorts and t-shirt, yeah.
But then he had this weird like semi-through plot where he's like, I like Lexi more than the other guy likes Lexi, so therefore I'm gonna scare the shit out of Lexi with the mask to traumatize her of her brother's death so that she'll like me. Right. And then when she obviously discerns his advancements, then he's like, okay, well now I'm just gonna kill you. So it's like one big plot to date like Lexi, like, I guess.
She was very popular.
Yeah. So This movie didn't quite work out for us, but I'm
Well, it's
hoping
a lot to
next
talk
week's
about.
movie.
So maybe it does.
Yeah.
Mark. So
I'm hoping next week's movie is better. This movie just dropped on Tubi today,
Mhm.
and it's the 4th installment of the All Hallows Eve franchise, the franchise that debuted Art the Clown.
yeah, that's
This
right.
is called All Hallows Eve Inferno. I have the trailer all queued up. I haven't even looked at it, so I don't know. I was just
Are
like,
they
a new movie on
anthologies?
Tubi? Yeah, this is anthology.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should watch all of them then.
Well, I've only seen the first one. I haven't watched All Hallows Eve 2 or All Hallows Eve Trickster. But
Yeah, you know the word. This is the 4th one.
this is the 4th one. Inferno
That is-
just dropped on Tubi. Let's watch the trailer. See what we're in for. We might have to do a quick course correction if it looks terrible.
Come on, I said hills have eyes, Mark. Hills have eyes.
Willy's Wonderland.
My ma once told me a Chinese myth about a man and his mother who lost her soul. The man went to imaginable lengths to save her from the cruelest hell. Iron spikes stabbed his mother's emaciated body. My obedient son, she pleaded, but in all of his attempts, he still could not free her. In agony, he choked on his tears. My grandma was given a supernatural gift, cleansing spirits trapped in an abyss, performing ancient rituals with recipes for wandering souls panged with a hunger they could never satiate. They begged, and the gift she's passing to me isn't a gift at all. It's a fucking curse.
Interesting.
It don't look like an anthology.
Custom T-shirts, sticker.
Yeah, I don't know. That
Sticker mill thing was scary as hell.
Cool creature.
yeah. Should we stick with it? Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
Sure.
Missy Durant says it can happen. It happened to a girl in my elementary school. She dropped the boombox in the pool and killed her cousin. True story. Very sad.
Oh, yeah.
I stand corrected.
Penguin says I recommend the Belko experiment for watching at some point.
Never heard of that one.
I think I saw it. I think I watched it on Tubi.
What Dex? What Hills Have Eyes? Did you want to watch? Is it the remake or the newer one?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Alexander Alja ones. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll have to add that at some point.
Yeah,
But yeah, we'll go with All Hallows Eve.
Does it have a tagline so I don't mix it up with the other three?
Inferno.
Inferno. Okay.
Yep.
Sounds like a plan.
That'll do it.
Sheldon.
Yeah. Sheldon says, "Yikes! I might just stick with reading Yoon's thesis of it. I don't want to get nightmares."
I'm gonna have to start making like accompanying like material for the like supplemental and material for the.
I don't know. I would say All Hallows Eve Inferno. It looked higher budget than the first one.
After watching this movie's trash, I think like we have anywhere to go but up. I actually apologize to Brad Pitt and the last movie that we watched. That's another thing that I wrote down. I said that movie with Brad Pitt looks like Citizen Kane compared to this now. So
it does.
All right, so All Hallows Eve Inferno, and tomorrow, very special episode of Revolution where we give our thoughts on Terrifier 3. I can't wait to talk about it. I saw it twice just so I could have someone to talk about it to with Missy, because she had seen the first two getting prepared, but she couldn't make it with us on Saturday to see it. So we saw it again last night, and
we know your outlook on it, Mark. What's Missy's? Like, did
she agrees with me? She agrees with me.
Okay.
Yep.
A lot of discussion tomorrow. Then.
I know you were a big fan of it, so it'll be interesting.
We'll discuss it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. And Enrico, you saw it, correct?
Yep.
Okay. And Sean Arendt saw it, and Mark, you can hang out and be spoiled.
Now, Mark, you didn't bring Chase, right? I mean,
Chase has seen them all. Yeah.
really? How old
Yeah.
is Chase now?
He's
27.
14.
27.
He's 14, but he's yeah. I don't know. We watched probably worse when we were.
I know, but I'm just curious because like a lot of people are complaining that a lot of kids are going to see it.
Oh yeah. No, I
Chase is a kid, but I mean like young. Kids,
there's a lot of questionable stuff in there for even 14.
it's not for kids. I mean, come on.
lobby was filled with kids wearing Terrifier t-shirts.
That's what I mean. Because Art the Clown is such an icon now. It's like,
yeah,
doesn't mean you have to watch the movies. You can like the character, but I think the movies just aren't for children. That's all.
No. Yeah.
If you were that age, you would have watched it though, Dex.
Yeah, the stuff that we watched when we were kids, like it's like the same kind of thing. I think the parental mind just like kind of popped into place, but
my mom wasn't taking me to those movies. I was sneaking in. Well, back then,
you were seeing Andy Warhol's Frankenstein.
Exactly. Nobody was carding me or nothing. You know,
you were taking dates to see Basket Case.
Yeah, my poor wife.
I'll tell you what, somebody should PayPal me, and I'll go see it tomorrow morning. I'll go first showing.
Definitely.
But yeah, no, I can't wait to talk about it.
What time?
7 o'clock tomorrow. Yep, lot to talk about.
Sounds good.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us. We will see you tomorrow, same time. Penguin, thank you for sharing the links, and later, guys.
Peace.